I think one of the most important things you have to understand before you can make changes is why you're where you're at, right? You got to know how you got here if you want to change where you're at.
Inside the courtroom.
Okay. Please state your name for the record, good sir.
William Woods.
Start talking while I find it.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of Mr. William Woods for today's date and time, sentencing on this matter. We did get
Officer Kroba would be up here finding these files for me.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
no worries, Your Honor. So that recommendation that you
Got it.
nothing to change. Actually, everything on there was accurate. We've got no issues with that. I think we would make note of, Your Honor, is as to the, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. My computer just did. 1 second. Okay, there it is. We're not asking for any necessarily modifications or changes to what the recommendations are, but as to number 7 with the work program.
Yep.
My client does have a couple of medical conditions that I think we just would want to make the program aware of the days that he shows up.
Are you on any official restrictions?
Like medically, they tell you like you should not do it.
Like your doctor said, don't lift more than 40 pounds or anything.
I don't believe so. I just
Okay.
have sensory issues.
Okay.
So it's more as
That- I'm not going to say you have to bring restrictions, but that's the best way for us to do it because we can look at your restrictions and say, yeah, we can fit that.
Documentation.
bring that.
Yeah.
That so really for his first day of the work program, you just need to bring that with.
I'd rather have him present it. He can email it to Mr. Rowley before he starts his schedule.
That way you guys.
Yeah. Because if I don't want him to come in here and we decide no, and then that's somebody else that couldn't have that slot.
Good one.
So schedule your days, share the information with Mr. Rowley, and then she might reach out and say, no, we got a better option for you. We don't know until we see the details. Go ahead.
Otherwise, my client stands before this court humbled, and I think you want to say anything back for you.
You don't have to.
I didn't get something wrong. I understand it. I'm gonna make a difference on it. It's not something that I'm gonna look at as a mistake, or I'm gonna make an example of changing.
Good.
Said it better, Your Honor. That's what we needed there.
Okay.
Was.
All right, gentlemen, sentence is 12 months on probation. I'm adopting in full items 1 through 11. That includes the 8 days on the court work program that we just talked about. Total on the fines and costs, $1,500. Pay it in full downstairs or ask them what your options are and they'll give you all the options. Now, short lecture for you. Did you listen to what I told the guy about ACEs?
My mother wrote that down.
All right. You're at a 4. Okay. Do your research. Okay. I'm telling you, I get so excited about that whole body evidence because it was mind blowing when I first got into it. They've actually got studies, years long studies about how your ACEs scores, and based on your ACE score, the prediction for your life. For example, I'm going to make stuff up because my memory's doesn't work that well. But for example, if you have 8, you're 5 times more likely to have problems with substance abuse in your lifetime. You're 4 times more likely to have a cancer. These are directly related to your physical health. I mean, it's amazing stuff. What these studies, the results of these studies. And that's why like I told the guy in front of you, I want you to read this stuff because I'm going to suggest to you, you're a young guy. You're 23, second drunk driving. Okay. I'm going to suggest to you that you're probably headed for a lot of bad shit coming down the road. The path I see you on. Okay. I think that if you had a better understanding of what makes you tick, and I think looking into the ACEs body of evidence will help you have a lot of aha moments, right? Because I think you're gonna read some of the stuff and you're gonna remember an incident where you did something and you're like, what the hell did I do that for?
Yeah, good point.
And I think one of the most important things you have to understand before you can make changes is why you're where you're at, right? You got to know how you got here if you want to change where you're at.
Correct. It's a reflection moment.
Lots of them. Lots of them. And you heard what I told the lady about, as you go into this probation and do everything I tell you to do, because you don't want to go to jail, which is a good motivator, go into it with the attitude that this is for you, not to you. All right.
My client's got the position forward looking at the got a map of the Secretary of State 257, 258 forms. So instead of looking at probation as a punishment, we've talked about using that with the incentive to put together that resume to the Secretary.
So he can get his license back.
Get your license back.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's gonna be greet. So, your license, they're gonna have you be, did you find, your issue fines?
I thought I did.
500
1,500.
or 1,500.
So you're good to go. Send them on down.
It'll
Yep.
be, we have to do fingerprint order,
Oh, so stick around. We got to give you a piece of paper. Where's he got to go for prints?
same place.
MSP? All right. So we'll give him a notice.
You take it in the.
You got any more?
One more, sir.
Name?
It's gonna be Damari Filson.
Filson.
Come on up, Mr. Filson.
In this sentencing hearing, William Woods appeared before Judge Oakley to learn the consequences of his case. While the hearing was relatively calm, it carried an important message about accountability and personal growth. During the proceedings, defense attorney Josh Hadley informed the court that Mr. Woods suffers from certain medical conditions that could affect his ability to participate in physical work assignments. The judge carefully considered these concerns and discussed the need for proper medical documentation to ensure any restrictions would be respected. After reviewing the case, Judge Oakley announced the sentence. William Woods was placed on 12 months of probation and ordered to complete 8 days in the court work program. In addition, the court imposed a $1,500 fine along with court costs. However, Judge Oakley emphasized that probation should not be viewed simply as punishment. Instead, he described it as an opportunity for positive change and a chance for the defendant to improve his future decisions. One of the most notable moments of the hearing came when Judge Oakley discussed the concept of ACEs, or adverse childhood experiences. The judge encouraged Mr. Woods to research and reflect on difficult experiences from his past, suggesting that understanding those influences could help him make better choices moving forward. This part of the hearing highlighted the judge's belief that long-term behavioral change often requires self-reflection and personal responsibility. As the hearing concluded, William Woods respectfully accepted the court's decision. The case ended with a clear message from the bench: while accountability is necessary, rehabilitation and personal growth are equally important goals. Judge Oakley expressed hope that Mr. Woods would use this probation period as an opportunity to build a more positive path for the future.